Good morning, first grade friends. I'm so happy you were able to join me this morning for a quick lesson on poetry. I'm going to try to upload a lesson each day for the next couple of days, and hopefully you'll have an opportunity with your parents or your family to sit down and try to write a few of these. So let's get started. When we left, we were working on ing poems. If you remember, those were words that would end with ing. So licking, flying, hoping, and it was all connected to some sort of topic. So the poem that I want to introduce you to today is also pretty easy, just like that ing poem, but it does require you to think about some words that rhyme and also to use specific lines. So I'm going to hold up here, the name of the poem that I'm going to teach you this morning is called a couplet, and the word couplet is right here. A couplet means two, and just like a couple means two, so a couplet is a poem that has two lines with ending words that rhyme. So think about words that rhyme, and they would be at the end of each line of a couplet poem. So words like hill, thrill, or tree, see, play, stay, hike, like, do, new. They don't have to be spelled the same. Just like do and new are spelled totally, the oo sound is spelled totally different, but they do sound the same, so they rhyme. So a couplet, again, is two lines with ending words that rhyme. And a line is just like you would think it would be. This is called one line, and then this is called another line. So in the definition of couplet, there are two lines. One line here, which ends at this word, and one line here, which ends after the word rhyme. So let me give you a couple of examples of couplet poems that I have written and how I wrote them. So the first thing that I did, oops, I have to decline a phone call here. The first thing that I did was think of a topic that I wanted to write about. So for me, you know how I love to write about Boone. I decided to write a poem about Boone, and I thought, well, what are two words that I could write that would rhyme with each other? So I thought, well, Boone's laying on the rug, and so I thought, well, what would rhyme with rug that I could write a poem about? And so I thought rug, bug, no, that doesn't really go, rug, hug, hug, okay, that sounds like those two words could go together. So I wrote the word, the poem. I'll fold this up here because I have two of them. I wrote this poem called My Dog, and if you can see it, I will put it right over top of my definition of the word couplet. So this is a couplet poem and has a title, My Dog, and there are two lines. Line one, not two words, two lines. Line one and line two. And at the end of each line, there is a word, and those two words rhyme. So here I wrote rug, and rhyming with rug is the word hug. So I put those words together in a poem that made sense. Here's what I wrote. My dog. Boone just lays on a rug, wishing I'd give him a hug. Rug, hug, they rhyme. It's only two lines, not three or four, only two. That's why it's called a couplet. All right, there's another one that I wrote. In this couplet, I was thinking about the word fun. And I wondered first to myself, what kind of poem could I write about fun? Because fun is an easy word to rhyme. Sometimes you have to think about words that are easy to rhyme also when you're writing poetry. So this poem is called Fun. And if you can see it, the word that I thought that might rhyme well with fun, I thought fun, run, those two could go together. You might run and have fun. I also thought about fun and one, but that was a harder one to put together. And then I also thought about fun and sun. And I thought, oh, I could have fun in the sun. That might go together. So here's what I wrote. My title is called Fun, which I put up at the top, and it could be in the center of your paper as well. I'm bored and need some fun. Maybe I'll play in the sun. Did you hear that rhyme there? Fun and sun. I'm bored and need some fun. Maybe I'll play in the sun. Notice how you can also hear in this poem. Now, not all poems rhyme, and you know that because we were writing ing poems last week and they didn't rhyme at all. But couplets do rhyme. And notice how the rhyme in the couplet has sort of a rhythm to it. Just like you hear in music when you're working with Mrs. Waldron on songs, poetry can also have a rhythm. I'm bored and need some fun. Maybe I'll play in the sun. Think about the syllables in that. Let's clap that out. I'm bored and need some fun. Maybe I'll play in the sun. It has about the same, close number of syllables. I would have to count them out. So why don't you give this a try? Write some down, and if you want to send them to me, I'd love to read them.